George Russell has discussed Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton's chances of winning next weekend. Mercedes driver George Russell has admitted that victory for either himself or Lewis Hamilton is unlikely at the opening Formula One race of the season in Bahrain. The Silver Arrows have had a mixed 2 days of testing ahead of the Grand Prix, as their porpoising issues from last year appear to have been fixed, but they have remained behind both Red Bull and Ferrari. Max Verstappen set the fastest time on Thursday as Hamilton finished 6th and Russell 9th. Hamilton in Session 1 of Day 2 finished 8th out of 10, but Mercedes chief Toto Wolff did admit that the team were hiding some components ahead of next week's race. Russell believes that while Mercedes will eventually be competing at the top of the grid, next week's race may come too soon for himself and Hamilton. "We definitely believe eventually we will have a car capable of getting in that fight," Russell said on the second day of testing. "Whether we're going to have that next weekend in Bahrain, I think may be a bit of a stretch. The entry phase to the corner has been improved. It's no secret when you're watching the onboards and videos that we are struggling a little bit with the balance, struggling a lot in the mid-corner. But I think it's a balance that is probably easier to solve than we had last year. So even though it's still a limitation, I think it's a good problem to have." Russell further admitted that defeating Red Bull in Bahrain would be a stretch, as Verstappen will be hoping to claim the first victory of the season in his bid to record a hat-trick of world championships. "They look very strong, very stable," Russell added. "The car is looking really strong and obviously Max is performing really well. So I think realistically, it will be a stretch for next week. But there's no reason why eventually we can't get there at some point this year, and we've always seen the strength of Mercedes and their development rates. So yeah, definitely. My belief is that." Wolff agreed with Russell on Red Bull's pace but did not state whether he felt that they would be competing with Verstappen and Sergio Perez for the race victory in Bahrain. "They are fast, no surprise there," Wolff said. "Everybody is playing with fuel loads and hiding with engine modes. We are still hiding a little bit. You need to wait also for when the softer tires come onto the car. Excitement because we got it wrong last year. We want to fight for a championship but we need to stay humble. Mentally it was difficult to start with a car that is not on par last year. Hopefully, we see something better, and that's where the excitement comes from. We want to get it right. The porpoising has gone, essentially.